The Post claimed that the emails were found on a laptop computer that was brought to a repair shop in Delaware in the spring of 2019.
The FBI is now investigating whether those alleged Hunter Biden emails are actually connected to a larger foreign intelligence operation.
They may be related to a foreign intelligence operation.
Foreign intelligence operation.
Yes, of course. It's not the Biden's family's fault. It's all foreign propaganda. Unbelievable. Seems like some of these liberal journalists will stop at nothing to defend their man Joe. Joining me now, Director of the Media Research Center Television, Eric Scheiner. Eric, do they all receive the same script or something? Zero evidence. But it's funny, when there was zero evidence to suggest that President Trump colluded with the Russians to steal the 2016 election, that didn't stop them from running stories endlessly. Also, they still pretend that happened, that the Russians colluded with President Trump to steal the election.
Yeah, absolutely. Russia. That's like what they like to claim one way or the other. It seems that they do get their talking points from the DNC because they all repeat the exact same thing. And even when they do discuss this issue, which is actually, if you look at the coverage, it's pretty rare that, especially the three networks, that they want to cover the Hunter Biden email story. When they do, they bring on an expert and go, but, well, this could be fake, couldn't it? They never look at the other way, but it also could be real. They always focus on, well, this has the hallmarks of Russian disinformation. They completely ignore the FBI. They completely ignore the Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, coming out and saying this is not Russian disinformation. That's what they don't want to discuss. They certainly haven't been welcoming to have him on.
Yeah, and it's really interesting if you flip around to the different ABC channels. They have not really addressed who Tony Bobulinski is. He's an ex-partner who worked with the Bidens. He kind of released a big bombshell on the debate night about some of the shady business dealings. He says he has proof. He has 3 cell phones that he's going to turn over. Apparently, he's meeting with the FBI, I believe, this Friday. But they don't want to talk about him. And this guy isn't some sort of political hack here going after the Democrats. I believe he's a Democrat. I think he's donated to Democratic campaigns.
Well, he met with the Biden family, and he's willing to say it. Hey, these emails are real, and I met with Hunter and Joe, and I'm willing to discuss it. I'm giving over the information. But you're right. He held a press conference. Very few, well, none of the mainstream media covered it. Let's just be honest. The mainstream, media, that's the leftist media, didn't want to cover it at all. In fact, just before I went on with you, I went on to a certain, I won't name the station, the network's website. I went onto that network's website and I typed into their search engine Tony Bobulinski's name, and it came up with nothing. It said, maybe you spelled this wrong. We don't have any information on this individual.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't believe that they wouldn't even bother to even post one article or have that even pop up in the search at all. Now, I want to jump over to how some of the media have been treating Biden's last few days on the campaign trail, if you will. I think he's just like in the basement, but they're totally covering for him, and we have an example of it. Roll tape.
Now, this week, Trump is ramping up his already breakneck pace. He is planning to visit nearly a dozen states, including holding 11 rallies in just the last 48 hours. Joe Biden is also stepping things up. He's planning to hit 6 key battleground states. It all comes, of course, as early voting is smashing records, already passing the total number of early votes in 2016.
I believe when this piece aired at the time, Biden's calendar was like completely empty.
Yeah, no events.
But he's really stepping things up, Eric. He's really stepping it up. Maybe like in his basement somewhere, but like he's stepping it up.
Yeah, he's taking it up a notch. He actually, you're right. At the time of that report, he had nothing scheduled for the day. By midday, he did one quick, take in front of the media right near his home in Delaware. And, that's stepping it up. Last week, it was really interesting. I'll name these folks by name. CNN went on and talked about how this was a strategy, a campaign strategy to stay in the basement, because it shows the difference between the circus that is Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So it's actually a strategy to sit in your basement, hang out, take a nap. Sounds like a great strategy. I guess he's up for it.
Yeah. Mr. Biden, what type of ice cream is that? Is that vanilla or chocolate? Like, these are the type of questions he gets on the campaign trail. It's absolutely absurd.